All right, hello everyone, and welcome back to another theme park obsession video. My name is Dylan, and I am joined by my friend Christian.
Hello, hello.
And today we are in Christian's home because we wanted to discuss the Tianas Bayou Adventure POV. We're gonna watch it and talk about it, and we're gonna react to it. And also, we're diving deep. We're gonna dig a little deeper with this with this POV. We're gonna be brutally honest. We're just gonna go through the whole entire thing. It's really exciting stuff. I wasn't expecting Disney to release a full POV.
Me either. I was very caught off guard by that this morning.
Yeah, so we're just gonna let it roll. We're gonna have some fun, and yeah, here we go. Let's dive right in. Okay, it already has 81,000 views, so that's pretty good.
Yeah.
I was honestly expecting more though.
I was too.
Maybe people are just now discovering it, but okay.
Like the lighting.
Yeah, we can pause right here.
Pause right here. Should I go back a little bit?
If you want.
Yeah. Just
And again, I'm gonna put this in picture so you'll see like where we are in the POV as well. But I'm gonna say this right now, and I've already said this on Twitter. I'm gonna ride it at night.
100%. It's a night ride.
Yeah, I don't care about it during the day.
No, me neither. It's just so.
Yeah.
It's the elements are all going at night, and I mean the lighting, especially because like we both say we love water effects and whatnot. So like that beautiful lighting in the swamp water.
Yeah.
I don't want to call it a swamp. It feels mean, but it basically is, right? It's a swamp. But no, it looks really pretty, and yeah, that nighttime glow is just.
It's very Pandora. I know you haven't seen the Pandora Land and Animal Kingdom yet, but
yet.
it looks like that at night.
Oh, okay.
And I know, Charlie. Yeah, we were saying the same thing. And what's great about riding it at night is there's not that many people that are going to be in line as would be during the day.
That's true, yeah.
So in Florida, it's a different story because in Florida, it still stays hot at night. But the lighting here, I actually do love the lighting.
For some reason, I thought it was going to be bluer. I thought it was
the water,
blue or purple originally, maybe toward the edge.
Yeah.
But still, I mean, it's gorgeous.
My one thing about water rides, there's a lot of water rides around the world that have this problem, is like the water's so murky looking.
It is. I thought that too. Yeah, it is.
The water's clean, but it's just like it's. I don't know. I wish it was more like clear or whatever. But I mean, I guess it fits the Bayou aesthetic. But here, yeah, no, this is cool. I wish there was some more firefly action going on here.
Yeah, I agree.
You were saying that it would have been cool to have some like water effects.
I love tasteful water effects, like with the water tower in that video from when were we there, like a few weeks ago.
Oh yeah.
I want some like mist coming out of it, or kind of like they did more of. They don't do it as much on Grizzly River Run. Remember how they have like the water dripping, that kind of stuff. Just more things that kind of interact with you as you go along.
That would be nice, especially something that they can turn on and off. For the summer, like obviously in the colder months, they can turn some of these effects off and on. But yeah, I mean, we're supposed to be like in this bayou setting that may or may not have been put together by some critters. So there could be some leakage going on with some of this stuff. So
or even an animal spitting water at you. Something like you know what I mean?
Yeah, like just the frog spitting water at you.
Something, just something. Yeah. Those playful moments that you don't expect that catch you off guard.
Yeah.
That kind of prep you for the ride.
But overall, the outside looks fine. It looks really good.
I had a question before. See, I feel like I'm going all over the place. Have we seen in any of the videos, as you're going, passing by the drop, is a splash going off?
No.
I feel like I haven't seen that, right?
There's no splash effect.
See, that makes me sad.
they turned that off. I wonder if that's something they'll turn on later, but that would be kind of a cool effect.
It is. It's it's always fun to see that, and it grabs people's attention,
And then here we're coming up to the part that Christian doesn't like.
Okay, here we go. Let me pause right here really quick. See, you can't even see the...
Well, what is that that's lit up that's on
those leaves in the back right there?
Oh, those are just leaves. Okay.
Here, let me play it a little bit more.
Yeah, like what's that in the corner?
Yeah. I have no idea.
It might be leaves. Oh, it's probably just a light like hitting it. But yeah, this wall right here.
It's really awkward to me.
It's hiding. It looks like it's hiding the evac area. Like if there was ever like a ride stop or something, this is probably
because you see a little rail right there, walkway thing.
That's probably where people step. But yeah, you were saying on the phone that the mural here is a little off.
It was a little random. I mean, it looks like it's all the recipes going into her gumbo, which makes sense because that's her thing. It was wasn't her father and hers thing in the movie.
I don't remember. It's been such a long time since I've seen the movie.
Yeah, I need to rewatch it too. But I love, what do you call it on the side of the barn there, where the water's the big sphere that's turning.
The water wheel.
Water wheel, yeah. but you can't really even see it, I feel like.
No, it's kind of hidden by the Spanish moss, which I do love all the Spanish moss and all that, but I wish they would have done something else with this, with that. I mean, you really can't do much. It's these are just like nitpicky things, by the way.
Oh yeah.
Out in this section, because overall, I think we both agree that the outside does look nice.
It does. It does.
These are just, again, really nitpicky things because we're like theme park nerds.
Yeah, we pay such close attention to the little details.
Oh yeah, but I do wish I was saying that instead of this wall, they should have done something to where they built up some crates of ingredients. So like you can have big, packages of sugar, flour and things that you would use to cook all this food. So I wish they would have stacked that up right there, because not in the queue, but in the station, the load and unload, it looks like a shipping facility. So it's like I wish they would have continued that out here, but for some reason they didn't. So the food thing on the side of the fence there looks a little weird.
Yeah, and even when you're going, it just looks a little too I don't know, kind of like closed in almost. It feels tight.
Yeah,
it feels tight watching it. But
and then we move over to the first, or actually the second lift hill.
Can I read the sign really quick? A celebration of family and friends of New Orleans at the proud home of Princess Tiana and Prince Naveen. Everyone is welcome. That's sweet.
There you go.
I like that sign and the flowers around the barn. That's pretty.
Yeah, that part is pretty. Now this part right here. Yeah, this is cool. I love that we have a full-scale animatronic here now. Because before we had the owl.
Yeah, I love the owl. So cute.
Someone was telling me, and I forgot, in the Florida version, it was a frog. I believe the frog character was in this section.
Oh, okay.
And, we have more critters outside.
Oh, my goodness. It looks great.
Yeah, it looks really good.
I wasn't expecting, though, to be a full figure.
Yeah, really?
I thought there might be something small, like our... owl from Splash, but I love that they went all the way and they put this is the first moment we see her. Yeah,
this is it looks like it, because I don't think there's any animatronics from like the load area up until this moment. So yeah, I think this is the first time we see her.
Yeah,
and I was I wasn't really sure what they were going to do in this spot. Like I had a feeling they were going to put a big animatronic here, but like I was like, I don't know if they're going to spend the money, but. No, like it looks really good.
Yeah, she looks great.
And Disney's been like knocking it out of the park with the animatronics lately.
They have. They've really, really upped the game.
Yeah, so I'm glad that we're finally getting like just spectacular movement and animation, and just overall quality is really good.
Yeah.
And I'm glad they spent the money. I wish more flowers were in here. Maybe some like overgrowth happening inside the barn.
Yeah,
been kind of
a little something.
But overall, yeah, this is really good.
And her costume's great. I love the outfits they've chosen for her.
Yeah, because remember, this ride takes place like in a news story. This is after the movie. So this is, I don't know how many years after the events of the movie.
I could be making it up, but I want to say I saw something, maybe it was in the finale, but I think the year is like 1927.
Okay.
Or somewhere around there. I could be wrong. We'll see later on once in the POV once we get there. But
yeah, moving on though, we go past the... By the way, I don't know why Disney films POVs like it's their first ever time filming a POV. Like, why? Like, this is a major entertainment company. They still can't figure it out. But, okay, then we're met with this sign. Like I said in my previous video, I'm not really a huge fan of this.
I was going to say, how do you feel about that sign?
I wish it would have been carved out of, like, wood or something.
Yeah, that's a good idea.
Overgrowth from trees happening, what if the critters like carved it out themselves,
like the little teeth marks and all that kind of stuff? Yeah,
and it's like super jank, and it looks like it's homemade. That would have been cool, because it's kind of random.
Get a little closer.
I
was trying to see what it said on the little signs too.
Oh yeah, the signage that's happening on the
main
left-hand
office,
side.
Break room, test kitchen. I can't read that one under it.
Okay, so this is when the story gets a little weird, because what are we doing? Where are we going?
Yeah,
where are we going?
What'd she say initially?
I'm going to have to make cuts, because I obviously don't want to get a copyright strike in the video, but she says, oh, hey, there you are.
Hey, there you are. Lewis is up ahead. We're looking for we're paraphrasing, more critters for the band, for the celebration.
Okay, so
that's the objective, right, of the story, pretty much?
It seems to be.
They need critters. They need critters for the for their celebration
for
at
the
their home.
celebration, which is essentially the finale of the attraction. So now we're looking for band members. The rumor on the street was we were trying to find ingredients or whatever. But I feel like now the overarching story is we're trying to find band members.
Band members for the finale.
But at the same time, like what I was just saying, is there more facility, or was that the only Tiana's food packaging area that we went through?
Yeah.
It's interesting choice.
Yeah.
But again, this is nitpicking stuff there's really not much happening in this section of the ride. Even in the previous attraction, there wasn't anything happening here. But yeah, what do you think of the signage?
I'm not a big fan of the big sign. The Tiana's food sign. I mean, it's pretty. It to me, it looks a little out of place.
The first one's a lot better.
I agree. Yeah, the one across the barn.
On the barn.
I think that looks great. But yeah, this one right here, it just looks a little out of place to me.
Yeah.
It looks like it should be somewhere else in general. Not really. I don't think it's really needed. You know, like we said, it's just nitty gritty, just nitpicky stuff.
Yeah. Most of the people that are riding this ride are not even going to care about any of this stuff.
Oh, not at all.
I do
I like that. Yeah, right there.
This
Here,
effect right here is
I'll
cool.
pause the.
There's
what's that? Okra?
Yeah, there's like a little effect with some critters kind of rummaging through the plants here.
That's cute. I feel like that's what I want more of, like out front.
Yeah.
Let's talk about earlier.
Yeah.
There was something I was going to say really quick. So here we're basically meeting up with Lewis, right? This is our journey to meet up with him.
We're trying to find Lewis. Yeah.
Okay.
That's really cool. So it's just like a garden area. And again, this section of the ride never really I don't think it was supposed to be this like extravagant looking thing. Even in the Splash Mountain attraction, this section was just a relaxing section of the ride.
Yeah. Nice fireworks spot too. If you're on it at night. Great fireworks spot for a few minutes.
And yeah, same here at Walt Disney World. I do love the music here. They're playing Almost There from the movie, which is really, I like that. It's
and
really
all that
nice.
looks pretty. It looks really nice.
Yeah. There's more flowers in this spot, which I love, and I wish there was more of this down at the bottom at the start of the ride. But yeah, no, this all looks really cool. The view that you get from this turnaround, and it's the same view in ours too. It's really pretty.
See, I wish mist. Give me mist right there.
Yeah,
something.
some mist.
I wonder what it says on the back.
I don't know, but yeah, another water effect would have been cool there.
And then the classic.
I feel like their water tower is farther away than ours is from that turnaround. See how it's kind of like farther away?
It is. It is a bit, huh?
I wonder if it's...
We'll have to take a look at that.
Yeah, well, when we're at Disneyland, we'll have to take a look and see how close ours is. But yeah, like Christian was saying in that one Disneyland video, the water effects would have been cool coming out of that water tower.
Does her crown light up? I forgot.
I don't think it lights up, but I think
I wish I had like little glimmers at the top or something.
Oh, that'd
like
been
more
cool.
like the more princessy stuff we say. But
and then we're just kind of going through the turnaround here.
Again,
the lighting at night is killer.
It's gorgeous.
It's really good.
Gorgeous.
The pinks and the purples, and then like the subtle blue in there is really nice. Now this is where the first like major thrill aspect of the attraction is. Pretty much identical to our version. Again, really great lighting here. And then this is where we'll go into the show building. And this is where a lot of the change is happening. Again, night ride.
Yeah.
It's a night ride.
It is 100% nice. See, I love that glow. That looks really pretty.
The glow is nice.
I wish there was a little more on the bottom of the sides right there.
And it looks better at night because I did talk about how they removed the rock work in that section in favor of like some bushes. So I was a little disappointed in that. But seeing it in this at night, it looks a lot better.
And that's a great reveal of him.
Yeah, the great reveal of Lewis. And we could pause there.
There we go.
This animatronic is huge.
Amazing. I can't wait to see it in person. He looks incredible.
Yeah.
And I was saying on the phone earlier, I was like, he's intimidating
He's
a bit.
a little scary, yeah.
He is a little scary. It's like, love
huge.
Lewis. Yeah, because his name, Lewis.
Lewis, yeah.
Seeing it on the TV is one thing, but I imagine in person it's going to be pretty...
He's thick. He's a big boy.
He's pretty thick. He's a little
big
thickums
boy.
for sure.
Yeah.
But it's great. I really am so impressed with the Imagineering team and what they've created with this.
The animatronics are spectacular.
Yeah.
They really are so lifelike.
And just like the movie, pretty much,
Yeah.
and they're just their mannerisms. it's an amazing feat.
Every year that goes by, they get better and better, and you're just like,
They
"Dang,
do.
like how they're just like from the movie. They look like they're real, and that's what I love about all these animatronics that we've seen in Tiana's Bayou Adventure. So this reveal of the very first like large animatronic, because Tiana. She's just proportioned like a normal person, whereas like this is like a creature. So you get this massive animatronic moving. I think this is gonna look really cool in person.
Yeah, and you know what I do love, because I feel like a lot of people say, oh, you hear, oh, I wish they'd change all the animatronics in like all the different rides, but I kind of like having the blend of the new animatronics with the classic, and like classic Fantasyland and all that stuff. It's nice to see, the old school, things that we grew up with, and all the way back to the 70s and whatnot.
Yeah.
And 60, all the way back to opening, pretty much.
Yeah, not everything has to be this advanced.
Yeah.
In the ride, they do have some like lower, I hate to say lower quality, lower end animatronics. So not every one of them's like Lewis right here and Tiana. But yeah, no, this scene is nice. Again, I think this is going to look better at night, though, just because you don't have light bleed into this. I think this scene might look a little weird with the light bleed during the day. And I'm also really curious how this is going to be in our version, because remember, our version is not as long in the interior as this one is. So like eventually when you ride it, you'll see what I'm talking about. Like it's significantly longer at Walt Disney World. So all these scenes in Disneyland, I feel like are going to blend a little bit better together because of the short length.
Because our flume, when we were on the phone earlier, I mentioned how our flume inside is so quick. It's almost like kind of a slightly sped up lazy river, but compared to Walt Disney World, it's kind of more pirates.
Yep.
It'll be interesting to compare the POVs.
Yeah.
I guess. So let's keep going.
Yeah. So Lewis,
see, look at that
great.
Head turn. Look at the hands.
The hands are great.
Awesome.
I also like the background. Again, the nighttime setting. Okay, so there was a cut there in the POV. So I'm thinking there's these.
I'm gonna catch that again.
I don't think there's that much distance though from Lewis to this next scene.
Yeah.
But what I don't really care for are the moments of darkness that go on for a little too long. Like I wish there was maybe some more going on.
More just like more fluid. It kind of looks more tableau-y, if that makes sense. It looks like little vignettes versus just a more fluid transition into a new scene.
Yeah.
But yeah, just a little more going on in the that
where do these
empty space right there.
Well, like where do these critters live? Like where are their houses?
Yeah. Where do they come from? I mean, because they all have names, don't they?
Yeah.
Weren't they posting them on socials? Kind of want to know more about them, how they, became a band and all that kind of stuff.
Yeah, like where's like I would like to see some houses, some maybe like a dock or something. Maybe that's what this is a dock. It's kind of hard to tell because again, Disney decided to film this. It's like my first POV.
Again, see how many we got there, because we have the possum, we have the beaver.
There's like 5 or 6 of them there. These are more simplified animatronics, but they all look great.
They do.
Okay, so this scene is really nice. I don't know what the other side of it looks like, though.
No, I'm very curious to see what the other side is.
They obviously want your attention to be drawn on the right-hand side, so I'm very interested to see what's on the left-hand side. I do like the background, and if you notice, there's some projection mapping going on there.
Yeah.
And see, there's some fireflies in the background. And there's also some sparkling going on in the trees, which is nice.
That's pretty. And Tiana's.
And Tiana, again, she looks great.
She has her hat on now.
Yep.
And all that.
So, like, this section on that side looks awesome. And then here's another, like, void. Michael and I were joking about this, and then I texted to you because I said the same thing. Like, it kind of reminds me of Halloween Horror Nights, like, Black Walls.
Yep.
You'll have this amazing-looking scene, and then all of a sudden it goes into nothing, and you're like, dang
See,
it.
even over there, it's...
there should have been something there. There's a projection mapping effect. That's neat. And then, again... black. See, then there's another cut. So it's like, okay, what's going on right there?
You know what I'm curious about, because I didn't really see it on here, or you know better because I haven't ridden it yet. But with our Splash Mountain Tiana, it's like, I mean, your eyes are going all over the place.
Yeah.
But you know how we come around that little bend where the Brer Bear was hanging up and whatnot? It's like, I'm wondering what's going to be there, if one of these scenes is going to be right there, because do they have that moment in this
I think this
version?
Scene is that.
Okay.
I think that is this scene because you kind of go around it in the one in Florida, just like the one at Disneyland.
Oh, you do? Okay.
So I think this is it right here.
Okay.
Again, really, I love Lewis. I think Lewis is my favorite animatronic.
See, and that's a beautiful blend too. You know, the really
Yeah.
high tech ones with also, you know, they're doing some more
Yeah.
scaled back movement. But I mean, they just look how amazing they all look together.
Yeah, they look really good. Again, the lighting here is really cool too.
Yeah.
I love that it's almost like Pirates of the Caribbean effect happening in the distance. With
100%.
With the blue and everything. Yeah, again, great scene. Love the bears.
I think they're playing Going Down the Bayou
stuff.
at this point too. My favorite.
Like, yeah, see, like all this is neat. I do like that. Again, I just wish there was more.
Is that like a little thing? What is
Yeah,
that?
I
A
don't know
little
what
shack?
that is. A little shack or something.
I wish there were more firefly. I mean, you can see
Yeah.
it in the projection, but like more practical ones.
Yeah,
Kinda,
yeah.
You know what I mean? Mixed in with them.
Close by the water.
Yeah.
And again, I wish there was more like, yeah, where do these critters live? Where are they going? And in this point of the ride, we've been finding band members. Oh, really bad black void on the right.
Oh, yeah.
Side. There's
Yeah.
really not
Yeah.
too much going on there. Now this is the point of the ride where you're getting ready to do the dip into the laughing place.
Oh, this is the double dip. Okay.
Yeah. So I think this looks fine. Again, more fireflies would have been neat, but I think this is good right here. Now this is
I'm gonna turn. I want to hear what she says here because I'm thinking about this story wise. It's like because I think we already found the band members, right?
Yeah, okay. So apparently we didn't find enough band members.
So now we have to search. She
have
says
to
we have to
find
go
more.
high and low.
And that's where the transition is to go down into this thing. And then this is where we see Mama Odie. Also, I like that animatronic of Lewis.
Yeah. Oh wait, so I'm wondering, really quick. I may be getting a little ahead because that with his Lewis's rear end, I imagine that would be where the bears is in our version. But if Mama Odie's up there, I wonder if he's not gonna.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
Yeah,
Will Mama Odie be up there, or will we have the little joke of the rear end of the Lewis?
It might be Mama Odie.
Yeah.
Which, my mistake, that's actually not an animatronic, it's a screen effect, so a little disappointed there. I wish she would have just been an animatronic kind of hanging on to
Or even just her head. Yeah, kind of like a
Yeah.
pirate's moment.
Yeah. Lighting here is pretty cool. I love the hanging bottles. Those are neat. We've got some projection mapping going on. There's that crazy light effect happening in here. And apparently she's using magic to shrink us down to the size of a frog. This is what's
To
happening
recruit
here.
the smaller critters.
To get the critters, so like the frogs and then maybe the fireflies. Blacklight in here is really nice.
He's cute.
Yeah, the frogs are cute.
I wish he spit water or something like we said earlier.
Again.
That'd be
Some really cool water effects here would be fun. And that's why all these critters are large, and it's because we're now the size of the rest of them. I wish there was another lighting effect in there.
yeah. I agree.
That's because in Florida they have that second drop.
See, that's fun. See, love that. More of that. The water
the
shooting
shooting
back
water.
and forth. I think that's great.
This area looks a lot more vibrant than what it did before.
I'm not a big fan of that.
The screen.
The screen right there.
Yeah,
I'm not a big fan.
Looks cheap.
The fireflies are cute. I like the little in the bottle. I think that's
those
cute.
are neat. But yeah, the screens do kind of like bring you out of it a little bit.
A little bit, yeah. I mean, Splash Mountain and all that. It was so charming with the practical.
Yeah. Now here, let's go back to Tiana on the log before we go down the drop.
Oh yeah.
Because this is where I would have changed all this. Because again, we're trying to find like band members or whatever. And if you remember, Splash Mountain had a sense of like you were saying, it had drama to it.
It was more theatrical, because everything was leading up to the drop.
There was a moment in the ride that like, oh no, something
You're going to the
gone
Briar
wrong.
Patch, yeah.
Yes.
You've gotten kidnapped.
Yeah, something is wrong. Now, this is where I think they should have done something similar to that.
I agree.
Now, Tiana is sitting on the log telling you got to find the other band members, and she should have been like, don't go that way, go this way instead.
Yeah.
And they could have built a fake out flume looking thing.
Yeah.
Like on Jurassic Park or Jurassic World, where you're going past the dinosaur that comes out of the water.
Oh yeah,
And
yeah.
they have that fake out kind of
They do,
flume,
yeah, right before the
and you
the raptor.
get diverted into the
the other
raptor
gate.
paddock
Yes.
or whatever.
Yes.
They should have done something like that here. and like something, maybe Lewis accidentally bumps the log.
Yeah, and it just steers you or something.
And it steers you down that drop. This is where you should encounter Dr. Facilier's spirit.
Yeah, I agree. Because we were saying earlier, it's like he technically, we have to watch the movie again because it's been a minute, but he vanished or was destroyed in the movie.
Yeah.
And I think the last thing we see of him is like a tombstone with his face on it. But yeah, it's kind of like that thing where, when they're designing stuff, they get stuck in the timeline. It's like they want to do a continuation. Well, he got destroyed. Well, we can't use him. But
But people still love the villains.
Exactly.
Like, villains are a huge part of the story, and this is where I think they could have done that. So, like, let's get bumped off course.
Yeah.
And, Tiana can have something like, oh, no, like, what are we going to do? You go down the drop, and then it could be, like, this really, not super scary, but, like, very, just like in Splash Mountain before, like, it started to get ominous.
And he has that, I've been seeing people say this as well, which I do agree. He has that great song, the "Are you ready?" Leading up to the drop. It's like that would have.
Well, there could have been another Sog moment down here. Like, get down to the drop. Yeah, see, this would have been a perfect opportunity to do a little fake out.
Yeah.
And you could have had some like scarier critters, maybe some more.
I mean, those spirit faces he has.
Spirit faces. Yep. And they could have all been in here, flying all over the place.
It would have worked better with that lighting too. I mean, it looks the glow looks great, but it looks like it should be more mystical and ominous.
They could have done a lot of fog effects down in here too. And then right as like we were turning, the POV will eventually get there, but like I think.
Do you get as soaked? Oh, sorry. Go ahead.
Oh, no, go ahead.
I was going to say, do you get as soaked in this section as you do on
No.
ours?
No,
ours,
you
get
do not.
drenched. I know a lot of people have been to both, but if you haven't been to our version here in California,
that's the part.
This is a water flume. You get drenched on this ride.
It is like someone dumps a bucket of water on you.
Yep.
That's how drenched you get. No, this one you don't get as wet on.
Okay.
Like, I know they have water effects that they used to turn on during the summer and stuff, but I don't know. Again, I don't know if they're going to have these in Tiana's Bayou Adventure, but significantly less wet.
Yeah. I wish there had been some practical fireflies.
Yeah.
Too.
Again, right here.
Right
So now this is where I think, okay.
You want to pause?
So yeah, let's pause. So now, we're going to continue with our altered version of this. So we encounter the spirit of the villain. Things are going bad. Like, we're continuing down this path. What if this is where Mama Odie appears and she's like, you're not taking them or whatever. And she uses her magic to save us. And she's like, don't worry. I got you. I know a way out.
Yep.
And that's the drop.
Yep.
So, like, there could have been a cool transition here where she's pushing the spirits away. Because you could really play with voodoo in this section because the movie does...
Absolutely. It goes into it.
It goes into the voodoo thing. Yeah, Mama Odie should be, like, warding off the bad spirits. Hey, take this exit route. It's going to be a little dicey, but we got you. We can get you out of here and we can get you to the party.
Yeah. And I think she has I'm getting ahead a little bit, but she has a great line on the lift hill saying something like, I'm paraphrasing, like, you got to hold on. You got to just get through this to get there.
Yep.
So it's like, hey, I can get you out of here. You just got to get, you got to go over down this hill.
Yeah.
And just get ready, but you'll get through it. But
I think that's what they should have done.
I agree.
So let's go ahead and continue. But yeah, again, more practical stuff here. You could tell this is where the budget gods were like, we're not spending money here.
We can dream.
Like, again, the vibrancy is nice in some of these areas.
It reminds me, you know what it reminds me of down there? The Tinkerbell stuff.
Oh yeah, the Tinkerbell stuff or Alice in Wonderland.
Yeah, Alice.
Okay, then we see another screen.
I'm not a big fan of it.
God,
I'm just
I hate
not.
it.
I don't. I wish it was practical.
Yeah, why
or even
couldn't-
just the what's her snake's name? I forget.
Juju.
Juju.
Like, yeah, why couldn't you just do a simplified animatronic?
You could just cut the buzzards there.
Yep, just keep the birds.
Just keep the birds there.
And again, this is where I wish they would have done like the look of the ship that she kind of sits in, or like her home, or whatever it is. I'll show up a piece of artwork that I found that's from the movie. I don't think it's from like early concept of this or anything, but it's It's from the movie. I wish they would have done that here.
Yeah.
And again, if you did the villains thing, she could have been like, hey, take this route. It's a mess. Don't mind the place or whatever. I'm gonna help to do whatever I can. And there's a way out. Just hold on tight. And then we see her again at the lift hill. Again, we're getting a little ahead of ourselves here, but like we see her again at the lift hill. This could all be explained while going up the lift hill. But this. Yeah, the screen is whatever. There's a fog effect happening here too. Again,
This reminds me of Thunder Mountain.
Thunder Mountain.
That moment a little bit where the barrels are exploding before you kind of go. You know what I mean?
It's very Thunder Mountain. Or for those that remember at Disneyland, Old Space Mountain had this spinning light effect going up the lift hill.
And like you said earlier, how's this going to look during the day? Because it's so bright.
Yeah, I don't know.
And with the even when you're going up during the day here, it's
it's pretty bright.
It's pretty bright as you're going up. It's not as ominous, but
yeah, and they're relying on lighting and fog here, so it's like you got to really fill that thing up with fog. We can pause there. So this is the last animatronic of Mama. Oh no, not the last one. We see her once more, but
yeah,
I like the look of her setting.
Yeah,
it's really pretty.
Yeah, it looks great.
But there's just nothing else around it. Budget gods. Disney was like, you only have $1.50 right here, and you got to finish the rest of the budget at the end.
Yeah.
So again, incredibly fluid Mama Odie animatronic.
I wish there was. Yeah, she's my favorite animatronic.
She's great.
I'd say. But I wish even more if there was with her magic or something, it was going across the ceiling, or the bottles were being affected, or something out of her thing, or even fog, a little mist around her. I know she's an animatronic. Yep. You got to be careful with the water and what. I mean, it's a water ride, but anyway.
Yeah.
Just something to make it a little more.
That would have been cool.
A little more. A big moment right before you go down.
They could have done some cool projection mapping here for sure.
Yeah, like see up there with the bottles. It should be going off a little bit more.
Yeah, and again, like with Disney with the POV, why didn't you not just turn the camera over so we could look at Mama Odie? Like,
I know. I literally felt myself turning, watching it, being like, "Come on, you can turn."
Yeah, it's obviously a fixed camera on the log, but it's like, come on, dude. If you're gonna show it off, and then we go down the hill. There's a lighting effect down here. Again, the fog is back, which is nice, and then. There you go. We made it. So we've apparently found all the band members. We're not finding secret ingredients or anything like that.
No.
And then we.
So was that frog at the beginning after the double dip? Was that the band member we found? Because I feel like we don't really see anybody.
Where are the rest of the critters? The frogs.
Exactly. He's the only one we see. And then we're just going through. We see Tiana and them.
I didn't even realize
Let's go back
that.
Can we go back to that?
Let's rewind.
He's the only one we see.
Maybe there's like another... Oh, but there's another frog in here.
Is there?
There's one like playing this like trumpet looking thing.
Okay, the trumpet thing. Yeah. Okay. Just making sure.
Yeah, see, there they are right there.
But that's it. We just came to find those two, right? And the fireflies.
Oh, there's
another one.
Okay.
There's why, because it's not panning over.
Yeah, again, low quality POV. Thanks, Disney. This is a multi-billion-dollar company, don't you know?
Yeah, you'd think. Anyway, I'll fast forward back to where we were.
So let's go to the finale, because I don't think there's really anything going on.
Yeah.
After the drop, it's kind of like we collect ourselves because we just went down the hill. There's a little character here, like a little armadillo. Is that what that character is?
I think so.
Again, lighting here is really cool. I love the lighting. And then we see another piece of signage.
See, the sign there looks fine to me. I don't...
I mean, the sign, like, it makes more sense in this area because it's
does.
Like, cool, you've made it. Like, welcome. Before, it's like, yeah, the random, like, Tiana's Foods.
Mm-hmm. Where is it?
And then we go... I wish there was lighting going on here. What's going on? Like, it's clearly not done. They still got a few more weeks maybe to tone some stuff in. Okay, this scene's really cool.
It is. It's beautiful. It really surpassed my expectations. I was convinced they were going to keep the boat in there.
Same.
I thought they were going to keep the boat and just put the characters on it.
Yeah, I started hearing rumors that they were going to take it out. I'm like, oh, I wonder what they're going to do then. And then it's like, okay, cool. We have the facade of I'm assuming her restaurant, and then and everybody else in there. Now, I gotta say, I think this is more kinetic than what used to be there before.
It is.
Because I've watched, and trust me, I've watched all the POVs of Splash Mountain just to kind of refresh myself. And there's a lot more going on here.
Yeah.
Like, I will die on that hill because there's way more.
There's so much more depth
action.
now.
Yeah, I do like on the left hand side you have the characters chilling out over there.
Mom and Lottie.
With the flowers, and then on the Right hand side, there's also some screen effects there. Again, the screens are whatever, but there's more kineticism happening there too.
I feel like the screens work better in here.
Yeah, I agree.
This is a little detail that I love. If you notice Lottie, her friend in the pink there, the way she's waving, her hands, she's moving like this, but her hand is going like this, like she's waving here. I'll show you.
Yeah,
it's such a great little detail. I have to go back to it.
Yeah, she's positioned towards you, which makes it feel more like personable.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, and her hand is just going so quickly, which I think was really.
And that's one thing
really
I've noticed.
neat.
They've had to time this thing crazy because the animatronics have very specific lines they're saying.
They do.
You'll see in the POV that there is some stoppage, and I think it's because of that timing for the lines. But this is
see, look how quick she. It's so
cool.
realistic. Should I pause here?
Yeah. Yeah, that scene is cool.
That's gorgeous. I love how the steps go down into the water.
Yeah, that's
I think
a nice
that's beautiful. It looks just like the restaurant.
The restaurant, yeah.
Which we love. I love that restaurant.
The restaurant's really
it's
good.
So good. I absolutely love it. Everything's good.
Yeah. Again, Lewis looks great here. Tiana and like she's in like a new dress. She's not in her princess dress. She's in a different gown. Mm-hmm. Overall, yeah, no, this looks good. The lighting's cool.
Got Naveen over there.
Yep, Naveen.
Who's the little kid?
I don't know who that little kid is. Again, I haven't seen the movie in a long time.
Yeah.
Maybe they had a kid. Who knows?
Maybe.
Maybe they just found him. Maybe he's just in the bayou. Like, hey, you want to play some drums?
Maybe they adopted him. Yeah, you never know.
This is cool. You could also tell this is where all the money went.
Oh, 100%.
This is where all the money that they had left over went.
And you know what? I'm looking forward to when writing this, and if you catch it at the right time, which is one of the most charming things I think in all the Disney parks is when the train's coming through.
Oh yeah,
which I love. I absolutely love. It's such a fun feeling when you see all the people waving, and especially with a scene like this, it's such a celebration.
Yeah,
really sweet.
This is a really cute scene. I wish they would have put some lighting in the flowers, like some more of those like twinkle lights. Would have been kind of cool.
I feel like you can never go overboard on
twinkle
lights and all that kind of stuff.
No, this is Disneyland. Come on, or this is Disney, I should say. And then we kind of
the song is catchy. I need to listen to it.
The song is catchy, yeah, for sure. Another like dark void.
I'm not a big fan of the town screen over there.
Yeah,
I feel like it could have been maybe.
Well, then why are we seeing Tiana's place again? Did you notice that?
No, here, let me go back.
If you rewind it, are they standing in front of her restaurant? So why are they showing it again? Restaurant? I don't know. Go ahead and comment down below. Are they all supposed to be standing?
Yeah, that looks like it because you can see the spoke. Yeah.
So why do we see it again? Did we like time jump again, like where the party's over?
Maybe.
Again, cool lighting here, but there's like a lot of dark voidness happening on the left-hand side. I can already tell. And then we see one more animatronic, and that is Mama Odie.
With her beignets and Juju.
Yeah. And then I would assume this is where a scent cannon is, where we can smell the beignets.
I hope so. I was going to say, throughout it, I wonder how it's going to smell and everything. And because they usually do a pretty good job at that.
I would hope so. And I hope all these effects like stay working for a long time and they don't like just, oh, sorry, it's broken.
Me too.
But there you have it. That was a Tiana's Bayou Adventure, Walt Disney World version.
Yeah.
Yeah, overall, I think it's cute.
It is. It is cute. We obsess over this. We're very into the details, and we speculate what we would have done, or just random things like that, or what we would like to see. But overall, it's really it's cute and it's exciting. I think a lot of kids are gonna love it.
Yeah, I think the kids are gonna dig it. I think your average Walt Disney World goer, Disneyland goer is gonna enjoy it.
Oh, 100%.
At the end of the day, it's a water ride. It's like, oh, let's go on something to get wet.
Yeah.
You can tell that there was some budget cuts there.
Mm-hmm. There were.
Just like with any sort of attraction, this is not uncommon. It happens all the time.
Yeah.
Which I hate because at the end of the day, these companies make so much money. So it's like, why not just do it? Just spend the money, whatever it takes, spare no expense.
Yeah.
Just do it. Because, I do not like the dark voids of nothing.
Me either.
In between some of the scenes. Because, it does seem more like a vignette thing.
Yeah, versus just
it should
more
all
fluid, be more organic. Yeah.
Yeah, we're supposed to be in an active bayou. So there should be things happening everywhere.
Yeah.
But again, that's when the dollar comes back in and goes, well, I don't know, because that's going to cost an extra $1 million to do. So
spend it.
Yeah, spend it. You're gonna make it on churros. They're gonna make it on beignets.
Yes.
Yeah, the nitpicky stuff is just us wanting more out of a company that we know is capable of doing more. But they're not going to. It's just like with any attraction. I think with refurbished, renovated attractions, they can only do so much, and the executives are only going to give the Imagineering team so much money because they're not going to sit there and try to justify like, well, why would we spend the amount of money that it would take to do something like from the ground up on something that's already there, you know?
Yeah.
So,
and also just, with seeing Disney, was it Disney Springs and how that looks, the
drone show?
Not Disney's. What's the new fantasy thing?
Oh, Fantasy Springs.
Fantasy Springs.
Fantasy
just
Springs.
all the detail in that. I'm like, I wish we had more of that here.
Well, I wish that the Oriental Land Company would just buy all the American parks from Disney.
TBH. I mean, yeah.
Then we would see. Okay, that's another thing. Before we wrap up this video, what do you think is going to happen to the Splash Mountain in Tokyo? Do you think they're going to keep it, or do you think they're going to get rid of it and do something like this?
I don't know. That's a really good question.
Because they don't have control.
So were there only the three? Are two here?
Yep.
And then in Tokyo?
Yeah.
Oh, that's a really good question.
And the Oriental Land Company owns the parks out there. Disney's only, they're just licensed. So
yeah,
they can. It's not up to them to be like, no, you need to tear down this ride. It's up to the Oriental Land Company. So I'm thinking eventually it might go.
Yeah.
But I don't know if it's going to go anytime soon. And I'm curious.
So Amanda's pretty popular out there too.
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
That was like one of our longest waits was Splash Mountain out there. I wonder if the team over at Oriental Land Company is watching these videos, and they've seen all this.
Yeah.
And I wonder what they think.
I'd like to know.
Because if Japan did this, it would be like 100 times more elaborate. I think so. I think they would spend an ungodly amount of money.
Yeah, I think so. Yeah, just seeing,
I think Tiana would
on YouTube. It's just
Tiana would jump into your log probably.
Probably.
That's how
they'd
insane.
have a live actress on every single log taking you through this.
Yep. And then Lewis would be pushing you. Lewis would be pushing the log. That's probably how elaborate the Japan version would be. But I think the little kids are going to dig it. I think it's going to be something fun to ride during the summer.
Yeah, and I hope, and like we've talked about before, little kids, they still might be scared to go on it.
Oh, for sure.
Which is, kind of sad. But yeah, I think there'll be a lot of brave kids that are going to be like, no, I'm going to go on it. I mean, that's how I was. Yeah. When I was little, I was like, I'm scared, but I want to go on it. Yeah. I want to go on it. I want to see what's inside.
It's a thrill ride at the end of the day.
It is.
That's the reason why they built it in the first place. They needed to add more thrills to the park.
Yeah.
And that's what we got. So.
Can't wait for our boarding group.
God, the boarding groups are awful. I hate the boarding groups. Yeah, boarding groups are going to be required for this thing. But Disney makes it sound like it's temporary. It's not like
that's true.
It's maybe only going to happen for a couple months. I hope it's only like a few weeks or so. The ride has good capacity in Florida, so I don't think they need it for a long time. But I don't know. What do you think? Go ahead and comment down below. What do you think of the POV of Tiana's Bayou Adventure? Yeah, very interesting stuff. Very exciting things. And now that Tiana's Bayou Adventure is done, we got to focus on the next thing.
Yeah.
And let's hope it's something exciting with they're doing the Tropical Americas thing now at Animal Kingdom. I think that's the next big thing.
Yeah.
Let's hope that doesn't take 18 years to complete.
Yeah.
Because that would not be good. But yeah, go ahead and comment down below. What do you think of Tiana's Bayou Adventure? Do you like it? Do you hate it? Do you agree with us? Do you wish that they would have put in some villains as well? Let me know. I'd love to read it. Like always, I hope you enjoyed today's video. If you did, go ahead and smash the thumbs up button. And if you're new to the channel and you love these videos and more, you can consider subscribing because I have brand new videos from the parks, all that kind of fun stuff every single week. Don't forget to check out my Instagram account by following that link down below in the description. But until the next video, I hope you have a beautiful day, morning, evening, whatever it is. I'll see you next time in the parks. Bye.
Bye.